the trades today for Tuesday, November the 14th, 2023 CPI trade today. You can see this big pop in the market. All the markets rallied on lower than expected CPI by 0.1%. I thought it was a bit exuberant. We took one trade today and stopped, and I'll tell you why. The silver trade did not go through as expected. I questioned the platform, threw my whole synchronization off of what I'm trying to do, and so we were looking at this trade here, and it hit the signal hit our profit target, but it wasn't filled. And so instead of a plus 1K day, plus 1K on this profit target, we had a minus 1K day with an $800 stop loss. So we got, instead of filling our profit target, it hit our stop loss with slippage to add to it. And so we started the day 2K behind where we were. And I looked at the portfolio calculator. I clicked on the don't trade on CPI. That is this number right here, and it's improved slightly. So this gave us an opportunity to sit back and not trade today after a automation issue that did not work out. And so we sat back, just took one trade today with a big gap up. It was over 300 points in the pre-market on the Nasdaq on CPI. And I kind of wish they'd release those types of reports during market hours when there's more liquidity. During a less liquid time, they can kind of get to the kind of push the market to where overshoot beyond what it should, in my opinion. So we've anticipated this move, so it's disappointing to not capture this move and to see such a strong move in the pre-market. You pretty much have to guess before the news event and take the trade before the news event, or hold positions longer term or swing trade to capture those moves. We are day traders, and there are times when it's hard to beat the buy and hold or the longer term swing trade, and that's just part of the cycles in the market. And so we're going to go through that, and we're going through that right now in a big way. If you look at this chart of the day session only of the Nasdaq, you see numerous gap ups. This was an FOMC day. And so you had this gap up, FOMC day, another gap up, and this gap up right here. So almost, it seems as if almost half the move we've had has been overnight, just a vaporized move higher off these lows. We've anticipated this up here, but it's almost too strong, and to the point where I'm even skeptical because of how strong this market is in the pre-market, and how all the markets, crude oil, silver, gold, when this news came out that inflation was lower, all the markets rallied. There was a buy program for all markets, and so it's in question to me, this whole move. But we're continuing to trade this, and I want to show you the adjustment we're going to make to get back into this portfolio. So, like I said, I clicked on this, don't trade on CPI, and this is as of Friday. And so I also want to add two strategies. I made a video earlier today about VTNQ, and I want to add that and momentum reversal back to the portfolio. If you're in the portfolio, you'll get that update. If you're a subscriber, we're going to send that out. And so you have the momentum reversal and the VTNQ. And for us, for the stock indexes, if you're trading those with the SR counter trend commodities, you get this number to 10,151 with a $25,000 drawdown. And I really like that drawdown curve. I like the recent performance. Without that, you still have access to those strategies. Just in the stock index, you still have a good setup, especially the last few years. This number goes up when you click on don't trade on CPI and add those. This number goes to 5220 from around 4,800. And if you look in the recent market from about, this is a low point going back to 2016. So from 2016 forward, the worst case drawdown is right here, 25,000 as well. And so if you look at this drawdown, this is not the worst case drawdown since this time period. If you go forward, the worst case drawdown is right at 25,000. So really good portfolio setup that I like here, even better than the original stock index 30 or the index 43. So we have the stock index 32 that we'll upgrade to, as well as the portfolio 45. So had we traded today and everything went through correctly, we would be plus 5K on the day, and we were minus 1K instead because of that silver trade. Oftentimes when that happens, it can certainly affect your ability to stay with the strategy and not question the platform or the exchange issues related to fast orders. And so want to stay away from those CPI trades. On the month, we are up 93.24. On the year, we're up 53.983. So in spite of a very frustrating day today, I really wanted to take these trades. I really wanted to be in sync early and take these trades, but we are up on the year and up on the month. And so let's go over the specific trades that we would have taken had we traded on CPI. So Viper 2021, I posted a video about this earlier today. It's done really well, plus 1150, minus 1225 on gap continuation, just stopped out that low. One idea I had during the day was to potentially get in if it took out this low on some longs. We talked about that earlier, is to go ahead because that would have put us ahead of that silver issue where we were down 2K instead of, or down 1K instead of up 1K. We were behind the systems by 2K, and so if it could have gotten in on a break below these lows and was able to sync up at that point, would have made up for that silver trade, but it never did. The market's been gapping up and pulling back hard on gap ups, but not today. And a lot of these are just small gains. You can see how big this gap up was ahead of CPI. The market pulled back, and then it's pretty big move just to beat by 0.1%. Was still a relatively high inflation reading. Robot up on the day 960. These aren't big trades because the market opened here and closed there. Not a big move between the open and the close, and kind of a sideways market once it opened. AT 2022 plus 480, and Tick Pulse was up on the day plus 490. The S&P trades did a little better. Cobra 3 plus 575, plus 262.50 on Tick Pulse. Adaptive moving average plus 750, plus 912.50 on Tick Wave. Tick Reversal plus 387.50. DTM4 plus 250, minus 625 on Tick Fader, and minus 400 on Momentum Reversal ES. So once again, these are the trades on the day. Down on the first trade, we're out of sync, we stopped. We don't trade on CPI, don't want to deal with those flash moves, and we are up on the month, up on the year, and looking forward to syncing up with this market. If you're a subscriber, look for the updates for the new portfolio setup. We are waiting for a drawdown to start it though, because it is at an equity peak after. Hey, David Bean here. Welcome to Capstone Trading Systems YouTube page. Be sure to subscribe to join our community of algorithmic traders. We are real money traders. We share our winning streaks, we share our losing streaks, as well as market updates, strategies, and coding tips.